I'm Rick Whitacre, and this is Astrological Perspectives. September 2015 is all about eclipses and Venus ending its retrograde motion, which signals the end of a month-long period of reworking personal relationships. The first eclipse is a partial solar eclipse in Virgo near midnight on September 12th. Virgos born in the last 10 days of Virgo will have been dealing with this for months already. That will be followed by a lunar eclipse in Aries on September 27th. Solar eclipses are part of a cycle of eclipses, so that each one marks the end of a 20-year period and the beginning of a new cycle of the same length. Think about what you were doing 20 years ago, and you will realize the true significance of these eclipses in your personal life. The future is here asking you to join in. This Aries lunar eclipse is aligned in various ways with some of the smaller dwarf planets. We can expect it to reflect the need for old desires to be left behind and new ambitions to take center stage during this month, leaving a long-lasting influence over all personal matters that require strong action. Some of this may well apply to events ongoing in the so-called Middle East. All across the spectrum of zodiacal sun signs, people will likely experience an inner sense of awakening and a strong desire to follow their intuitional mind. The fact that these two eclipses also happen on the eve of Rosh Hashanah for the solar eclipse and Sukkot for the lunar total eclipse seems to call for a kind of departure from one way of life to another. Virgo sun signs have been feeling the effects of this eclipse for some time now. The reason for this is that for months prior, certain issues will gradually require more focused attention. By the time the eclipse actually occurs, the issues have most likely become quite clear, and a significant change is essential for one's spiritual, emotional, or material well-being. Those who have other planets in Virgo will also have already experienced some form of discomfort and crisis, which requires some degree of sacrifice. Then, of course, everyone has all 12 signs, Virgo somewhere in all birth charts. The same is true if you are looking for where the Aries eclipse will fall in your chart. Aries people will be asked to leave behind the old ways of acting out and seek to disengage from struggles that no longer hold the value they once had. Taurus folk will seem to be ever more focused on their place in life and the role of generating values needed for growth. This kind of fertility will seem irrepressible. Geminis will be asked to tune out of the internal dialogue and begin making new connections in a more conscious way in order to eliminate conflicts. Cancers may be well served this month by staying within their own secure selves. Change pushes things out of balance, and your job is to correct the imbalance. Leo is center stage now. A long-sought spotlight appears. Will you conquer your fears, or they you? It is a direct hit this month for you and your opportunity to shine. Virgos will find great value in being their usual meticulous self. As they say, the devil is in the details, so keep an eye out for higher perspectives hidden among the everyday realities. Libras need to work with community-oriented groups or individuals. Your cool demeanor will help keep intense vibrations manageable. Speak softly, but carry a big scale. Scorpio is stationed at the root of new energies pushing for release, but need to begin building a new and improved edition of themselves. The higher vibratory energies on the Aries blood moon will come to call, so be ready. Sagittarius, speak up and speak your truth. Spiritual power is stronger than anything but love. Speak truth to power from a spiritual perspective based on universal needs. Capricorns need to follow the line of service rather than fault-finding. New energies are flowing into your field that you will need to keep your feet to the fire of the changes that are swirling around you. Aquarians will need to adjust to the need to improve their connection with higher visions and accept the need to work within those activities, focusing on service and cultural change. Pisces, sun signs, are in need of a compass now that their relationships are transforming. New beginnings are stirring up emotions. Hold tight. Believe in yourself. For East West Bookshop, I'm Rick Whitacre.